everyone, and welcome to VTV. So I kind of struggled for a while as to whether I was going to bring this story to you guys or not, because it has two albinoid parents that have, it says, adopted 5 Black children. I am completely and utterly in every form of fashion against this kind of adoption. I don't think that albinoids should be able to adopt Black children. I don't think they should be able to adopt mixed children. I think they should be forced to stay far away from Black children. But since this story does really kind of give you this example of how America is trying to make being Black illegal. They're attacking our hair and how we wear our hair, and it's been banned in a lot of schools. Natural Black hair. It is Supreme Court have set precedents saying that it is legal for jobs to discriminate against Black women if we wear our hair natural or in locks or in braids. So it's very, we're being attacked in every different form of fashion. This system of terroristic discrimination against Black people is disgusting, and it needs to stop. It's just, I mean, you shouldn't be hearing about kids being suspended from school because they have their hair in braids. Like, it's 2017. What's really going on? But this is the reality that we live in. This is what people want to say. These, albinoid people always want to say, oh, you guys, slavery ended so long ago. Everyone's on this equal playing field. Everyone's fine. But when you're born Black, you're harassed from the beginning. They're attacking you with their poisoned shots. They're attacking your hairstyle. It's just disgusting. Like, seriously, these people need to get a life. But anyways, I know, like, I just couldn't deal with this. So I hope that something gets done about this. It's disgusting. No one should have to miss school or go to court because they are Black and their hair is different. Like, our hair isn't your hair. We don't have dog hair. We have human hair. So our hair is different, and it's versatile, and we should be able to wear it however we want to. So I am gonna read this story to you guys. These girls are beautiful little girls. This should not be going on right here. I don't get this. I don't like this. This is disgusting. Because you know that there's a chance of this being a pedophile right here, even right here. Like, this shouldn't be going on. So I digress. I'm gonna go read the story. Mass school punishes twins. I think this is punishes twins for hair braid extensions. Their parents say it's racial discrimination. Of course it's racial discrimination, but because they're Caucasoids, they can say it's racial discrimination. But if they have Black parents, oh my God, you're pulling the race card, or what do they like to say nowadays? Oh, you're race baiting. Give me a break. As white parents of 5 Black children, Deanna and Aaron Cook has taught their family to grow thick skin. They've endured odd looks at the grocery store in Meldon, Massachusetts, and ignored strange comments from Walmart greeters. But nothing, Aaron Cook told the Washington Post, quite prepared them for the month-long battle they've been fighting for the Mystic Valley Regional Charter School over their daughter's hair. On April 14th, twins Deanna and Maya Cook, 15, told their parents they wanted to have their hair professionally braided. The girls had always braided it themselves and had it chemically straightened. But as teens, they were learning more about Black culture and wanted to try something new. Soon after, they went to school with long braided hair. The next day, the girls were called into the office for a uniform infraction. Hair extensions prohibited in the public charter school student handbook, along with nail polish, makeup, and dyed hair because it is a distraction, and administrators told Deanna and Maya that their new braids, which combined artificial hair with their own hair, violated the rules. So you wonder, like, how can you make rules about someone braiding their hair? How is braided hair a distraction? I just don't think it is. I think this is a vicious racial attack on these girls because they want to wear their hair more like a Black person and not chemically straightened. So as soon as you start trying to stray away from uniforming and trying to maintain what they find to be more of a white standard of dress, then there's something wrong with you. Oh my gosh, you're trying to be more into your own culture. This is an infraction. We can't even handle it. The girls were instructed to remove their braids and they refused. The policy they argued was discriminatory against African American students and unevenly enforced. All rules and laws are unevenly enforced. That's why I don't even like, I just can't with any laws, because they're made to discriminate against Black people. Majority of rules and laws are made to discriminate against Black people. With each day since, punishment from the schools have escalated. Aaron Cook said, so much so that he and his wife eventually sought guidance from the NAACP, the Anti-Defamation League, and the American Civil Liberties Union. Dana, a runner who qualified for the state finals, had been kicked off the school track team. Maya was removed from the softball team and told they couldn't attend prom. Last week, the fourth in turmoil ended with the girls on the local news and sharp statements of support from the State Association of Charter Schools and ADL and the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights and Economic Justice. Denying young Black women their opportunities to express their cultural identities will not make the schools safer, more orderly, or less distracting. The committee said that the statement, it will diminish your students and diminish your rank. Doing this to high school students at a time when they're learning about self-expression and self-advocacy is particularly troubling. In response, the school interim director, Alexandra Dean, sent a letter to all the Mystic Valley parents defending the policy. The charter school, the letter said, promotes equality with dress codes, policies, and ratings, visible gaps between those of different means. The specific prohibits on hair extensions, which is expensive and could serve as a differentiating factor between students from socioeconomic backgrounds, is consistent with our desire to create such an educational environment, one that celebrates all that our students have in common and minimizes material differences and distractions, Dean wrote. Any suggestion that is based on anything else is simply wrong. Of course, they never want to admit to what they're doing. Cooks declined to disclose how much the family paid for professional braiding, but said that the actual bag of artificial hair is only $5, according to an analyst by the Boston Globe. Hair extensions woven into braids in a greater Boston area could cost between $50 and $200. Lasts up to 3 months. The price, Cook told the Post, is no more expensive than a chemical straightener. It's really not. Deanna and Maya had previously done, and on pair with the price of other hairstyles. Frustrated students at the school Friday told Boston Globe that they had experienced racial ignorance at the school, which is located about 10 miles from Boston. The student body is fairly diverse, which in part the reason the Cooks chose it years ago for the 5 adopted children. Of the 1,500 students, there's grades 5 through 12, 43% are people of color, and within the 17% were Black, according to the numbers of the U.S. News and World Report. But just one of the 170 teachers and staff at Majestic Valley is Black, reported to Boston Globe and Cooks, and are no African Americans on the student board of trustees. This is what you guys need to look at, okay? I'm just going to talk about this really quick because I've noticed this a lot when I'm looking for schools for my son. You'll look at a school and it'll, because you can look up a school and it'll break down whether the schools are diverse, what percentage are which, right? And so you'll look at the student body and it'll be very diverse. And 17% Black is pretty good, depending on the neighborhood. But then you need to pay attention to the staff. That is who you need to pay attention to, because those are the people that are in control, okay? And they're telling you right here, out of 170 teachers, there's only one Black person. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. My kid will not go there. And that is why they're dealing with these problems. There's no Black people on the board of trustees. That's a problem. That schools are not diverse in the fact that these are the people that are controlling. White teachers are not going to teach your children to have a positive Black self-esteem. They're just not going to. So you need to realize that, and you need to look at who's running the school. That has to change, he told the Post. Cook added, the school needs some serious diversity training. Yeah, they do. Other young women of color have worn their hair in braided extensions before, but the Cooks claim there was a crackdown on students after spring break this year. Another mother at the school, Anita Numandi, told the Globe that her daughter was assigned a detention for wearing braids to school. When she refused to remove them, the detention turned into a suspension. It's discrimination, Numandi said. I see white kids in colored hair, and you are not supposed to have color hair, and they walk around like it's nothing. Of course. Another mother, Kathy Grinderson, told the Globe her daughters were among about 20 girls who were called to the office and asked if they wore fake hair. Half were assigned detention. See, this is what you need to do. If someone asks you, are you wearing fake hair? No, mind your own business. Don't worry about what's in my head. Worry about what's in your head. Like, that's all are you wearing fake hair? Because I assure you, a lot of those Caucasoid children are wearing extensions just as well. They're just not checked on it because they're not braiding their hair. If they came in there with long hair that wasn't braided, that was straight, they would be commended and told it was beautiful. So this is just extreme discrimination, and these young children should not have to deal with this. But I like you have to fight it, and I hope that their parents continue to fight it. This is disgusting. The Cook sisters served detention time, but then quit going. Now the punishment for their insubordinations is piling up. On Friday, they're in high school, so this is gonna mess up their transcripts for going to college too. Just because they have braids in their hair, they're not bright green or orange. It's not distracting. It's the same color as their natural hair, but they want to be deprived of their right for an education. They're being discriminated against. They're being harassed and they're being targeted. And I hope that they sue this school, because this is disgusting. And I don't care what your policies are. You can't make policies to discriminate against kids. You can't make policies that go against the law. And it's not legal to discriminate against people. And I know they tried to make that law where it's legal for jobs in one state. I can't remember what it is, but they made a law where it's legal for them to discriminate against natural hairstyles. But this needs to stop, and this needs to be taken to Supreme Court, and then they need to be sued monetarily, because they're messing up these girls' future because they have braids in their hair. Like, seriously, you're that petty. Just gross. They were sent home with another letter saying they each had to serve 6 hours of detention to make up for the sessions they missed. My kid will not go to detention. No. Aaron Cook said he and his wife sent a formal letter to the Board of Trustees 2 weeks ago asking for a solution, and have yet to get a response. If it were up to him, Cook said, he will pull his kids from the school, but the twins have attended Mystic Valley since kindergarten and wanted to graduate alongside their friends. So now the goal is to change the policy and to hold the school accountable, he said. In effect, the issue is now bigger than my daughters. Cook said at the end, he wants better school for our children. We want better school for our children. So that's frustrating. It's disgusting. Like, the thing is that if they were Caucasoid kids, they would shoot up the school. That will be the problem. But because they're black, they're just gonna try to, they're gonna go through all the steps necessary, because we're calm people, we're peaceful people, and we really don't try to make too much of a big fight over stuff. But let these girls have, like, really, if your problem is that these girls have braids in their hair, that's just insane. It's disgusting and it's insane. And how dare them even ask these girls if their hair is real? That right there will be a huge problem to me. People need to train their kids better into sticking up for themselves. No one, like, seriously, that's harassment when you're asking a kid if their hair is real. Is it bright, or is it orange, or is it distracting? No, these kids don't have distracting hair. But when you have a school that has that's a diverse school, and that actually have black kids in it, and you have it only ran by Caucasoid terrorists, this is what's going to happen. They're going to find anything they can possibly find to torment and terrorize your child. And this is disgusting. It's disgusting enough that these kids have 2 Caucasoids for parents, but then when they go to school, they have to be tormented by the disgusting Caucasoid terrorist teachers. This is disgusting. I don't like anything about this story. I do commend the 2 parents for standing up for the kids. So I do, even though I don't agree with them being able to adopt the kids, they shouldn't have the kids in the first place. I do commend them for standing up for the kids, because I know some parents would just cut the braids out and send them on their way. So I do commend them for helping their daughters, embrace their culture and their heritage and wear their hair how they want to. That is one big thing, but that everybody that is a female black person, we love the fact that we have the ability to wear our hair in so many different ways and different ranges, and where it's straight or curly or long or short and braided and not braided. And when you decide you want to step in and try to manipulate somebody else's culture, no one else is, they're not doing it to any other people's culture. They're not telling all the Caucasoid students that they need to shave their head or they need to wear their hair natural, because they don't. They straighten their hair, they core their hair. Majority of Caucasoid or albinoid people straighten their hair, so that's not their natural hair either. but they're not being harassed and asked, is your hair naturally straight? So this is, or is your hair naturally blonde? Or because majority of blondes are not naturally blonde, and I mean like 99% of them are bleach blonde, but they're not stopping these kids saying, did you bleach your hair? But you want to harass some little black girls that are trying to do good in school and go to school. They look great. They look happy. They look nice. They look, you know, like great kids. But now they're being harassed. And these detentions and suspensions are going to go on their record. So when they apply for college, that's when they're going to, the colleges aren't going to like this. They're going to look at this and say, you have detentions, you have insubordination. That is really, really bad. And I hope that they fight and get this off these kids' records, because that's going to follow them. And they're really going to have a problem getting into college. And these terroristic Caucasoid teachers, they know that, and so that's what they're doing. They do anything they can to sabotage Black progress, which is annoying and it's disgusting, but that's what we face. We face these constant attacks on Black progress, and something has to be done about it. So this isn't just about hair. This is about culture. This is about Blackness. It's about terroristic Caucasoid behaviors. It's about a lot of things. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about this story. What do you think should be done to these this administration that is attacking and tormenting these children because of their hair? Like, what is your suggestion? Anyways, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share these videos, guys, please. And I will see you guys on the next video.